So, Rubrik is teaming up with ZScaler to automate sensitive data and file detection and classification, aiming to prevent data leaks outside an organization's IT boundaries. Rubrik brings their sensitive data monitoring and management technology to discover and classify sensitive data, while Zscaler provides cloud security tools to detect known file exfiltration. What should customers make of the combination of these two?
Well, as you know, the whole concept of DLP or data loss prevention software is to avoid some of the stuff that's been in the news, the mainstream media news, the last couple of weeks, essentially to keep people from walking off with your data. The problem, though, with a lot of DLP solutions is that they're sort of, they're solutions in search of information. Essentially, unless you tell it what data needs to be loss prevented, it doesn't know. And so it's going to either be set loose on too big of a data set, and you really don't want to have DLP running on everything, or too small of a data set. In other words, people can steal this, but not that. This is why this kind of makes sense. So let's flip things over here. So Rubrik is, as you know, a data protection company. They essentially are pulling data in all the time. They do some really clever stuff, including some clever security related stuff, like basically watching as data changes over time to see if there's been a malware attack, that kind of thing. But one of the things that Rubrik can do, and this is one of the sort of claims to fame since we first saw them back at Tech Field Day years and years ago when they launched, is that they actually look at the data and they say, what is this? What is this kind of data? And they have some basic data classification capability built in there. What you can do with this combination between Rubrik and Zscaler is to basically merge those things so that if the Rubrik system determines that a certain amount of data is important, mission critical, sensitive, then it can tell the Zscaler that DLP system that, hey, you need to watch to make sure this stuff doesn't get exfiltrated. Honestly, it's a great combination. One of the challenges, though, of course, is that like any system, it still needs people to actively engage and help it know what's important and what's not. I mean, Rubrik can only do so much without the involvement of the administrators. So that being said, I think this is a great solution. I really look forward to seeing this sort of combination coming about. And frankly, what we talked about at Storage Field Day recently was that solutions like these really are what's going on and what's going to happen with the storage industry going forward. It's not about the storage, it's about the data.